So now we are moving to our next session, that is a presidential remarks session. We have a very renowned personality for this session, Professor K.M. Pandarkar ji. Professor K.M. Pandarkar is a well-known personality in the field of teacher education. Sir has experience of more than 29 years as a principal in Punjab High College of Education in Maharashtra. He served as a director Nagpur region of Jashwant Rao Chavan Maharashtra Open University, is presently providing his valuable services as a national president council for teacher education foundation. This whole program is organized in collaboration with Council for Teacher Education Foundation. Sir has also served as a Dean, Faculty of Education, RTM, Nagpur University, and Sir was also member of Board of Study, Faculty of Education, Academic Council of various reputed universities. Professor K.M. Pandarkar has written more than 15 books and he was honored with various prestigious awards by the different institutions. So I have already said that Sir is presently working as a president, Council for Teacher Education Foundation, and guiding all of us to organize such kind of training program for the teachers. So we extend a hearty welcome to you, sir, and humbly invite you for the presidential remarks. Please, over to Professor K.M. Pandarkar ji. Please, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. First of all, let me express my gratitude towards the organizers of this FDP, Professor Khushwinder sir, Principal of MM Modi College, Patiala, and also Chairman of the Punjab and Chandigarh chapter of Council for Teacher Education Foundation. My friend, Principal Pargat Singh sir, today's resource person, Professor Sunil Dutt sir, dear participants and friends. You are aware that this FDP was organized by Multani Modi College of, it is actually multi-faculty college, Patiala, in collaboration with CTEF, Council for Teacher Education Foundation, which is the biggest organization of teacher educators in India. It is having 23 state chapters and 4 overseas chapters. And we are having more than 10,000 individual and institutional life members. Friends, you were listening to the very enlightening lecture, or I would say discussion, by Professor Sunil Dutt. Actually, if you refer to the pedagogy section of NEP 2020, it is clearly mentioned that traditional methods may not continue as a whole. We have to introduce innovative pedagogies like collaborative learning, cooperative learning, project-based learning. And we can say that as a whole, integration of traditional methods and innovative methods, modern methods, can be termed as blended learning. The term is very nice. Blended learning. There is perfect combination of traditional approach and modern approach, including online learning, that is digital learning or e-learning, whatever we can say. So this is actually need of the hour, because unless and until we accept this mode, our education system will not get the success as it aims for, because our traditional methods are totally passive, while modern methods are activity based. They keep the students engaged. They keep the teachers engaged. That is important. It is based on learning by doing. That is very important. And as you know, the UGC has also instructed higher education institutions to complete their academic courses up to 40% by using this blended approach of teaching and learning. Please do not get confused about teaching and learning. Both are complementary to each other. These are two faces of the same coin. And what Marcel said, he said, causing to learn is teaching. So from teacher-centered approach, paradigm shift was to learner-centered approach. And now in NEP 2020, it is learning-centered approach. That is very important. We should not forget that. As mentioned by Professor Sunil Dutt, there are so many advantages of blended approach of teaching and learning. For example, the approach is more flexible. If any learning approach or teaching approach is flexible, then it provides a lot of scope for students to think. Our present education system is not successful in creating logical thinkers that we should accept, critical thinkers, creative thinkers, which is very, very important. We have also failed to inculcate skills like problem solving. That is not possible through our traditional education system. And that is possible through learning systems like project-based learning, PBL. I have myself attended the International Teacher Development Program on project-based learning, which happens to be a very, very useful approach. And of course, it is a part and parcel of blended learning. So Professor Dutt very efficiently brought about the benefits of this blended learning. It is interactive. It is not one-way traffic. If you think of the creators of Nobel Prize winners through our education system, you will see that though we are teaching science from so many years after independence, we have taught science subject to crores and crores of students. But I would like to pose a question. Are we able to create a single Nobel Prize winner through our formal education? Just think over it. C.V. Raman, he was not a student of our system. British system was there. The education was under British rule. Rabindranath Tagore didn't went to any school or college or leave alone the university, no matter. Then think of Hargobind Khurana, awarded Nobel Prize for work conducted in America. Amartya Sen, awarded Nobel Prize for the work conducted in America on social economics. Kailash Satyarthi, Nobel Prize in Peace. Mother Teresa, Nobel Prize in Peace. And these Nobel Prizes have nothing to do with formal education. It is purely a part of social work. So please think about this as a teacher. Why we have not been able to create a single Nobel laureate during the entire 74 years of our formal education. It is time to think over. The only reason we have not given any opportunity to our students to express herself or himself. Our education system is still a one-way traffic. That should not happen. So what Sunil Dutt sir has mentioned, that this approach gives more flexibility. Yes, that is true. Helps self-learning. Very, very important. One of the most important pillars of the International Education Commission of UNESCO. And first pillar is actually learning to learn. That is very, very important. Enhances skill acquisition is again a very important part. Our education system has badly failed to inculcate, to develop skills among our students. And what Drucker said, the only skill that will survive in 21st century will be the skill of acquiring new skills. All other things will become obsolete over the period of time. Just I would like to repeat the gist of this sentence. The only skill that will survive is to acquire new skills. That is important, because everything else will become out of date in due course of time. So that is very important. Then again, it is learning outcome based. What Professor Dutt has mentioned, blended approach is learning outcome based. And as you know, nowadays, NAAC is also focusing on learning outcomes. It says, don't show us your so smart infrastructure, very smart modern facilities. No, that is of secondary importance. What are your learning outcomes? What are the results of your teaching and learning? That you will have to show. And this approach is economical also, because so many things we can avoid. Then he also mentioned some of the challenges. Time management on the part of teachers and students. It is not going to be easy. Total development of learning management system. It is again going to be very challenging. Developing digital resources, digital platforms, tools, digital lessons. It is not easy. It requires a lot of time. Teachers lack adequate training as far as this development of LMS is concerned. Then there is again resistance from teachers, especially teachers who are not techno savvy, because the old generation of teachers, to which we also belong, we were not knowing anything about technology. So that is the problem. Lack of motivation. Perhaps the greatest obstacle is lack of motivation. Because if motivation is not there, then nothing can happen in a proper manner, leave alone the teaching. And the most important advantages, in spite of these challenges, what Professor Dutt has mentioned, is that this blended approach is interesting. The learning becomes interesting. Boredom is a great obstacle as far as Indian education system is concerned. भाई ये पीरियड कब खत्म होगा यार, परेशान हो गए, भाषण पे भाषण दिए जा रहे, क्या करें. अब 50 मिनट का पीरियड है, करे तो क्या करे? So that boredom can go away if we adopt blended learning. And as Professor Dutt rightly mentioned, there is no replacement for teacher. Teacher will play the role of facilitator. That is very, very important, because unless and until the teacher is trained to play the role of facilitator, this approach will not become effective. So that is to be kept in mind. And the importance of teacher. The National Education Policy in 1986, then the first education policy after independence, University Education Commission by Dr. Radhakrishnan. What he said? He said, teacher is a bridge between two generations. He bridges the gap between two generations. He is responsible for transforming knowledge, attitudes, skills, and values of one generation to other generation. So that is the role of teacher. And if you go to the recommendations of Mudaliar Commission, then Kothari Commission, every commission has brought out the importance of teacher in a very nice word. And 1986 policy rightly mentioned, no people in any country can rise above the level of their teachers. किसी भी देश का कोई भी नागरिक, कोई भी व्यक्ति उस देश के अध्यापक से बड़ा नहीं हो सकता। अध्यापक बड़े खुश हुए कि चलो बहुत बड़ी बात है हमारे लिए। लेकिन मुद्दा क्या था? मुद्दा ये था कि शिक्षक अपने आप को अपने ज्ञान से, अपने कौशल से समाज में इतना ऊंचा स्थान प्राप्त करे कि वो सबसे ऊंचे स्थान पर हो। That is actually the responsibility of teacher, which was entrusted in the National Education Policy of 1986. And after 34 years, this policy also says that the teacher is the torch bearer of the change. So many changes are there. Hundreds and hundreds of changes are there. But who will be the torch bearer? The teacher. Without teacher, no policy can be implemented successfully. So that is actually very important. And as far as today's session is concerned, I am very much impressed by the views expressed by our esteemed resource person, Professor Sunil Dutt, a very learned personality. And friends, some 280 participants were there. It's a big number. I congratulate you all. And I assure that by attending this type of faculty development program, you will be actually benefited up to much extent. So thank you and congratulations for attending this FDP and today's session especially. I am thankful to Professor Sunil Dutt. I am very much grateful to Professor Khushvinder sir and my friend Principal Pargat sir for inviting me here and giving me a chance to express my views. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Your presence and experience gave more meaning to today's program. Sir, your presidential remarks were really thought-provoking, and you concluded the technical session in a beautiful way. As you
Thank you,
mentioned that you recently attended one teacher development program as a participant. So, sir, your engagement, your enthusiasm is contagious, and we are very hopeful that all the participants will take motivation from your personality and all will try to put sincere efforts to improve quality of teaching learning process. Thank you for speaking to all of us. We are grateful for the time and effort you took to share your thoughtful views with the participants, sir. Now I invite Dr. Deepika Jindal,
Thank you, sir.
IQAC member, for the formal vote of thanks. Dr. Deepika Jindal, please.
Thank you, sir. A very good afternoon to all present. Today is the second day of 7 days national level capacity building program on integration of pedagogy and technology in teaching learning. It is my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks on the behalf of Multani Mal Modi College and CTEF to Professor Sunil Dutt, Head Department of Education and Educational Management at NITTR Chandigarh, who has deliberated on today's topic, blended learning, to sensitize our audience and participant on this emerging learning technique. Sir, you have very rightly said that blending learning does not mean the combination of online learning and face-to-face learning, but to use modern techniques and to use motivational techniques to in both the learning system. So thank you very much, sir, for being with us to share very informative and enlightened talk. I express my sincere thanks to our today's guest for the presidential remark, Professor K.M. Bhandarkar, who is president of our collaborating body, Council for Teachers Education Foundation, for his thought-provoking ideas. Sir, we are very much thankful to you for being with us and for the collaboration of CTEF with Multani Mal Modi College, Patiala, for this 7 days capacity building program on a very relevant issue in this current scenario. We are honored to have you with us, sir. Dr. Pargat Singh Garcha ji, Secretary, CTF, Punjab and Chandigarh chapter, needs a special thanks for being a catalyst in the success of this particular event with his active and graceful presence. Profound gratitude to our worthy principal, Dr. Khushwinder Kumar, for organizing these types of events and motivating us to proceed further in this emerging technological era. We are very thankful to you, sir, for your motivation. On the successful completion of second day, I want to thank all my IQAC team, colleagues, technical and office staff for their untiring efforts to make this event happen. Last but not the least, our participants and delegates from different parts of the country deserve a special thanks to make this event a successful event. Thank you all for your presence. Thank you very much.
Can I close the meeting?